So it's that time of year again, the holidays, the festivities, and of course, the New Year's resolutioners. You're probably one of them. The truth is, you make very little progress. Each year just feels the same after the next. Your life feels stuck, and your life feels Lucky for you, I can help your life in the course of 90 days or less. With these powerful actions and habits, you can make 2025 your best year ever. And the very first thing I want you to do is clean your room and clean your space. I know it sounds cliche, but truth is, a disorganized space is a disorganized mind, and that leads to disorganized habits. I've always felt the best whenever, I took in the time, made my bed, organized my colognes, cleaned my kitchen, even if you got to get somebody to do it for you. Actually, audit your space, look around you. Is your life a clutter? Even your car, you can tell a lot about somebody's car, how cluttered it is and how much trash and junk they leave. And that honestly correlates to how crazy and reckless somebody's life and how chaotic it overall just feels. So first step, take the time to actually just clean your space. First thing you gotta do. Now up next, we have to do a life audit. A life audit sounds exactly what it sounds like. We have to actually review and critique each area of our life and see the things where we actually want to improve. Now, in terms of what you wanna audit, that's gonna be personalized towards what you're trying to improve. But if you don't know where to start off with first your health and fitness, then after that, your relationships, and then after that, your finance or career goals. Because those are like the three main areas in life where most people feel, if they had those improved, they will be in a better place. So I'm serious, take out a pen and paper. I want you to write it down, visualize your issues, and write the solutions. You can start off by tracking where you're at versus where you want to be, and also the actions that will take to lead there. That's the most important part, because we can know that we want to improve, but if we don't have a plan of action to get there through the actions and the steps we take, then it's not really gonna make that big of a difference. And I actually do this myself quite often in every area of my life. I kind of sit back and realize over the past 3 months or even the past year, what have I done? What actions have I taken? And did that help me accomplish my goal? And then if not, I sort of readjust my habits, actions, and overall create a new plan of action. That way I can follow to get a different result. Because you guys have heard it before multiple times. If you keep doing the same thing you've always done, you will always get the same thing you've always gotten. So obviously something has to change, but first you have to know exactly what that is. Now, another question I like to ask myself is the most successful, ideal, even attractive version of myself, what is that person doing on a daily basis? And then from there, you can also audit that with what you're currently doing right now. Then after that, try to make some alignment happen between those two. Now, speaking of habits are literally everything. I kind of spoken about it so far right now, but a part of your habits, you have to literally break all vices. I believe a vice is anything that you do in the short term for immediate gratification, but you end up regretting it in the long term, or is bad for your health in the long term. So this can be anything that's damaging to our brains, our capacity for motivation, porn, drugs, alcohol, whatever it may be, these are all vices. And the truth is, most people do have vices in their day-to-day lives. Most people engage in some sort of vice, even if it's just social media. You're doom scrolling for hours a day. That, my friend, is a vice because it's horrible for your brain, and that can actually affect your mental capacity and just your motivation to do the things that you actually need to do. So you can do this little exercise with me right now. Look at your habits, look at your day, try to think of the main vices you feel are potentially holding you back from your goal. Whatever it may be, it might be a list of them, it might be just one. And I want you to tackle one at a time or a few at a time and completely cut it off, like completely. There's no way to really manage things. Trust me, I've tried. I had a problem where I was taking like weed gummies every night or smoking, which I've talked about before in the past. And I told myself one time, I understand this habit really isn't putting me in the best position, so I'm just gonna do it Friday nights. But I couldn't do it. I did not have the discipline to only do it and engage in it one time a week. So what did I have to do? I had to quit altogether. And honestly, though New Year's resolutions get a bad rep, the start of the new year is quite honestly the best time to sort of refresh yourself, refresh your habits, and start from a clean slate. And I've seen a lot of people fail New Year's resolutions, but I've actually seen quite a handful of people be successful with their New Year's resolutions goals, because that's the time where they took the time to audit their habits, audit their lifestyle, then from there, start fresh. Now, I know breaking bad habits and consistency can be tough. And if you're anything like me, you're tired of wasting your potential and want to get the most out of every area in your life. That's why I created something revolutionary, and I call it AI Awesome Coaching. Now, this is not just another chatbot, This is not just another chat GPT. This is actually a personalized, systemized system that is trained on all my content over the past 10 years and actually learns you and your goals and what you want to accomplish over the course of time, adapting to your unique needs. Whether it's fitness, dating, or anything in between, AI also will give you personalized advice and action steps so that you make 2025 your best year ever. And here's the best part. For the next 100 people, if you click the link down below, I'm offering you a free trial just so you can experience it for yourself. No risks, no gimmicks, just click the link down below in the description and you can actually experience this unique, revolutionary, innovative coaching system that's actually gonna help you reach your goals. Now, alongside with auditing my life, breaking those bad habits and vices, the next thing I had to do was start constructing routines around every area of my life. Because you guys don't realize, routines set the foundation of everything you do. Even if you don't think you have a routine right now, I promise you, you have some sort of routine, whether it's your morning routine, night routine, and workout routine. And if you don't have a routine, that's probably why you feel all scrambled and jambled in the head. And that's honestly probably also why your life feels like chaos. Yes, routines can get a bit monotonous, predictable, but I find that there's so much beauty in routine that you know exactly the inputs you need to do every single day to get the desired result that you want. Even when it comes to gym workouts, I saw the best results whenever I actually started following a systemized routine, whereas going in the gym and just kind of doing whatever. This day I'll do this exercise, this day I'll do 3 sets, and the next day I'll do 4 sets. No, you need routines in every area of your life. I believe the most important areas is, for one, the morning routine. So what you do, time you wake up in the morning, how you go about your day, and then also a night routine. So how you wind down your day to prepare for the next day. And then of course, mental health, fitness, spiritual health, all these different aspects, including our nutrition and diet, which plays a part into our physical health. All these little different things and routines that you can actually input into your life that's going to make a big difference over the course of time if you actually just follow them. And as with anything, start one step at a time. Don't try to construct all new routines for everything and starting that day. Maybe try one routine first, get used to that. Next week, add in another layer of the routine. Then from there, your life starts to form into like just positive habits, compounding one day after the other. And once again, AI Austin Coaching can help you construct these routines if you don't know where to start. Now, clearly you're on social media right now. And if you are watching this video, I can probably make the assumption that you guys spend a lot of time on your phone, just screen time, scrolling, checking up on this person. We have to reduce our screen time. We absolutely have to. I would say moving forward for the new year, you gotta cut it in half. You usually spend 2 hours on TikTok, only 1 hour now. You usually scroll Instagram for 30 minutes after your lunch break, 15 minutes from now on. There's a lot of platforms and apps that can help sort of control your screen time usage, but this has to be very, very intentional from your part. You either limit your screen time or completely stop scrolling. And I believe it's worse for short form content because nowadays it's a never ending loop. I remember back in 2015, 2016, back when the social media was more chronological order, and it came to a point where we had to stop. You couldn't scroll anymore because you've already seen that content. Nowadays, you can literally scroll forever, and that is horrible for your mental health. And so limit the screen time. Also, start consuming more long form content in the form of listening. This can be podcasts, this can be YouTube videos like you're watching right now. So many other options. Maybe start even enjoying movies again, just longer format content. That way you train your brain to actually focus and to be able to listen to something over the course of a 5-minute period. Because I already know a lot of your attention span and your focusing abilities has been shot from the sole fact you spend 3 to 4 hours a day scrolling on your social media, right? So limit your screen time, do whatever you have to do it because it's gonna make a huge difference. Now, another way I implement this is by rewarding myself with social media usage once I accomplish a task. So for example, when you wake up in the morning, do not touch Instagram, do not touch your phone whatsoever. You immediately get up, do your morning routine, go about your day. And then once you either gone to work or maybe hit the gym, that's when you can reward yourself with social media because you now accomplished a task or done something that you need to do. So little reward systems like this can help, especially if you are a person who scrolls just way too much. Up next, you gotta cut off your fake friends and toxic people. Every single year, you know what I do? I go on Instagram, going through my following, and see the people who I haven't engaged with in a long time, maybe toxic friends, maybe people where it's sort of like a one-sided relationship where you're kind of giving more value and they're sort of taking more away. And for that reason, I just unfollow those people. Unfollow everybody once a year, every year. Cut off your fake friends, your toxic friends, and you know if you have fake friends, you know if you have toxic friends. If you even have to question it, I want you to cut off contact. No, you don't have to write out a paragraph telling this person, hey, I'm formally here to tell you that our friendship is now over. You don't gotta do all that. Just slowly retract yourself, retreat, stop making contact, and just move on with your life. It's very, very important. Talk to people, fake friends, even relationships in some cases, bad relationships will always hold you back and hold you down. People are everything when it comes to certain aspects of our lives, especially the social aspect, and it can really, really regress you. I've seen times where guys really had an upward trajectory of just their life in general, but they had the girlfriend that was holding them back, their friends weren't on the same page as them, and that was holding them back too. And so you really have to audit your social circle too. Alongside with everything else, you have to audit every aspect of your life, either remove things or add things. We add the good and we remove the bad. And sometimes there's nothing wrong with that because relationships are temporary. A lot of them are. And that's a harsh reality that a lot of men and just people overall are gonna have to face and experience one day. That it's not only just romantic relationships, but it's even platonic ones too. And they can be toxic. They can be one-sided, they can be low value, they can be not on the same page as you, but now's the time and the new year is the time for you to actually set yourself apart. Don't forget to check out AI coaching down below. Free trial for the first 100 people. Link will be down below. And I'm gonna see you guys in the next video.